So we have got through both the Derby class and Race class stunt events that we didn't win before, and now we're basically going to do the same again with the Street class. And we'll switch to... fuck it, we'll switch to the Sparrowhawk. I think the Sparrowhawk probably is a good car to switch over to. I'd assume the progression bug is tied to us winning the stunt events. And that's what I'm trying to do now. So we've got Ring of Fire, Field Goal, Ski Jump, Baseball, and Soccer. This is going to be interesting, as we begin with Ring of Fire, and where we've used 4 cars up to this point, so now let's use Nucleon for the beginning of our final sector of events that we have not won yet. And boy, is this one gonna be a bitch. Already done the tutorial, don't need to go through it again. I will leave episode links in the description. And that was terrible. Yeah, that's not even worth the price of admission, because of how dreadful that was. Let's try that again, shall we? Well, at least I managed to get into the cooldown zone. I think I hit 7 rings if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I was second overall. Well, might as well see how well we do for this first run, and if we get beyond third, then I'll just take the money and see if I can try this again to win. Since that's kind of what the appeal of this event and this game technically is. Well, my best run is still the first one so far. But we'll see what happens. Oh my god, I think that was the perfect run. That was literally the perfect run, is what that was. I went from third to first. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. And yes, I did, by a wide margin. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. That was literally the perfect run, is what that was. And I finished well ahead of Jack as well. I did not think I was going to get a perfect run on my third round. Well, I guess the cliche is third time's the charm. And also third time's the perfect charm. As I'm pretty sure 1754 is the best score you can get from this. So Jack second, Katie third, Sophia fourth, Ray fifth, Sally sixth, Jason seventh, and Frank Malkov finished eighth and last. So surprisingly, on our first attempt, we managed to win Ring of Fire. And now we have to get through Field Goal, because I literally put together the perfect run on that third round. Or near enough to a perfect run. Anyway, 3,700 credits are ours, and 1,754 points is all we needed for the game winner. That third run just went so well, I don't think I'd be able to replicate it. Anyway, on now to field goal. And I think for this... yeah, let's use Trailblazer again. Why not? And we'll see how we go. And already know the tutorial, don't need that to be played again. We're using Trailblazer again for the second time. And that does not help me out in any way whatsoever. You know what? I'm not gonna say it. I just don't feel like it's even worth saying anymore at this point. It's honestly just feeling a bit too obvious. Oh my god, I think I might have actually done it. I think I might just have the run. A 14.2. Yep, I think we've actually beaten Katie. Took me 25 minutes to get it on this recorded attempt, but I think we might finally have it. I just needed my angle to be as acute as it would get, and then I would really have the speed to get it through. I think we might have actually done it this time. Although I did also get this from a clip off YouTube that basically shows you a gold run. So I think the speed you need is either 103 or 104. And yep, these defenders are making my life a misery. But I somehow make the score. However, I did put together the run I needed to put together. Please be the run, please be the run, please be the run, please be the run. Yes! Finally! We've finally beaten Katie at her own game. Oh, God, that stunt was a bitch. I had to be near flawless with that second run I set. And then somehow, some way, I got it to work. So Katie finished second with her best run being a 14.5. Sophia was third with a 15.4. Jason also set a 15.4. Jack set a 15.8. Ray was sixth with a 15.9. Frank seventh with a 16.1. And Sally was last with a 17.1. As she missed 2 of her 3 field goals. But I finally got the speed I needed to get through the uprights. And I am so glad I never have to do that again. Because, to be thoroughly honest, that was karma. That was pure, torture-filled karma. With all those offensive and defensive tackles that I just had to dodge to get there. But anyway, the $4,000 is mine, and my 14.18 time is enough for the win. I knew if I set a time in the low 14s, that was where it would work. And I am so glad the first row is now done. And now we probably have to get on with the hardest row, level 2, as we've got ski jump and baseball. And then after that, we just have soccer. And I am probably going to have a shit ton of money by the time we're done with this. Anyway, on now to sweeping ski jump. So we've used... I think we've pretty much used all 5 cars up to this point at one stage or another for getting the gold. So I've used Trailblazer now twice. So I think this time around... yeah, why not? Let's use Nucleon for this one. I don't need to show the tutorial because I already showed that in my previous video, but anyway, let's go. So, total sum of distances jumped in 2 attempts. This should be interesting, but hopefully I have a good enough car to get the job done. Providing I don't lose control of it somehow. And I begin by jumping 325 meters. And my speed was 109. However, it wasn't enough to stop Katie. It was good, but not good enough. Just have to try and see if I can put together a similar run on my second attempt. Then maybe we'll get some questions answered. Hopefully. If I can keep my driver up long enough. And I think I just might have done, as I improved on my previous run. Okay, is it enough? Not quite enough. Katie did one better than me again. Well, I might as well take my money and try this again. That's what I'm gonna do. So not using aerobatic controls, it does make me faster. Yes! Finally! I actually got a good run. Son of a bitch. I now lead by 7 yards over Katie. Or almost 7 yards. I think I now have a shot at winning this. It's probably not going to come on this attempt, but I think I figured out what my mistake was now. And I figured it out for myself with no help from the internet. And I don't think that's going to be enough. But we'll see. Oh, never mind. I won it by less than 0.2. Jesus Christ. I did not think that was actually going to work, but it somehow did. I switched over to the afterburner for this, but somehow, some way, I beat Katie by the skin of my teeth. Honestly, it felt like that took me so long that I was almost prepared to just give up, but I kept digging and eventually I found out how to crack it. So by the skin of my teeth, I beat Katie in ski jump with Sophia 3rd and Jason 4th. And Sally is once again at the back. And you know what? I think I'm going to make this my thumbnail. I also discovered the afterburner might be a better choice for this. But basically, I just needed to stop using the aerobatic controls when it came to the launch. And then, with those 2 runs, I actually set some decent yardage, which was what I needed to do. And I am so glad that's now over. And I think that now means we only have 3 stunt events to go. But my god, was that one exhausting. But I kept digging, and because I kept digging, eventually I somehow struck gold. 667.2 yards, and 5,600 credits as a result of winning. Now, I think we only have 2 stunt events left, as we've got baseball and we've got soccer. I think baseball might be an easy one, but we'll wait and see. And this time, let's use Nucleon. We're not having to deal with a gate or a limbo bar above us this time. We're just having to, just speed up the ramp and then just strike the bat, basically. I'm just going to watch the tutorial because, my brain right now is pretty dead. Been through this before. I really decided to do this now because I feel like at this point I need to know how to do this in order to be successful. And I think I have a good idea as well, now that I've watched that. Okay, let's try and see if we can get the gold for baseball. Da-da-da-da-da-da! Hopefully. And I was too high. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, 272. How good was that? Not good enough. Okay, that might be good enough. Come on, get me there, get me there, get me there, get me there. Okay, I'm over 300. Hopefully, that will not be beatable. Okay, 303 in yards. Hopefully, that should be enough. And Jason is still on 0 yards. Hopefully, that round 2 run was enough. I don't think I'm going to add to that somehow. But at least I score over 200 in each of my runs, so is it enough? Yes, it's enough. Okay. So glad I don't have to do that one again. So 303 to me, 290 to Sally, 264 to Sophia, 241 to Jack, 201 to Katie, 180 180 to Jason, 139 to Frank, and 120 to Ray. And now that just leaves all but one stunt event to go, as our last one is soccer. I have now won 3 of the 4 stunt events we did. 303 points and 6 grand. That's fine by me. So now we have all but one. Yeah, that one I did the day before. Yep, okay. So everything except for soccer. Let's now go and do soccer. Or I think for this... why not? We'll use Rocket for our final stunt event. Then once we've got this cleaned up, all we'll have left is to check and see if we got 100. I know how this works. Just have to make sure I don't hit the goalie. It's probably the best way to do it, and that did not work. But at least I got the goal. Okay, let's continue the stunt and see if we can score higher. I'm gonna say it, and I think that goalkeeper is a real smartass. As in, that goalkeeper really is a smartass. With just some of the smug saves that he seems to keep making. It seems obvious to me that's just what he's wanting me to do. And that's just what is irritating me the most at the moment. Okay, I'm still in this. Not by much, but I'm still in it. Just have to figure out how to make sure I outfox him somehow. Okay, 86. Is that good enough to put me back in the lead? No, it's not. But I'm only 2 behind. So I need to hit that left-hand corner. That bottom left-hand corner, that's where it's at. Okay, I score 80. I don't think that's going to be enough for the win, though. We'll wait and see. Thank God. That took me just over 2 hours to get through those remaining 4 stunt events. But I think we've actually got 100% this time. As I win the shootout by 7 over Jason, Sophia finishes a distant 3rd, then we had Ray 4th, Sally 5th, Jack 6th, Frank 7th, and Katie fails to score in the shootout, missing all her shots. Sucks to suck, I guess. But anyway, it's done. It's finally done. After 2 hours of grinding, stress, frustration, and agitation later, we've actually done it. And I gotta tell you, that was properly stressful, just to get through all that. And 10,400 credits are now ours, and we are now up to 143,900 credits. And just gonna go back and check my stats. I think we should have done everything by now. Is that enough? It's enough. 100%, baby! And we did that by sweeping up the stunt events we didn't win before. I am so glad that's now over. But there we go. We've got them all. We've sweeped all the stunt events. And now, that's pretty much it for the career mode. But we still have to showcase our bonus vehicles. And that is what we will be doing for the finale of FlatOut 2. Stay tuned for that.
You love the